Hey guys, I haven't made a video in a little bit. I made this video before, but it ended up being around 30 minutes when I got all done with it. So I want to try to make it down to under 20 if I can. So I want to go over the controllers I have. I got a lot of controllers lately, and a lot of them for $10. And I wanted to go over which ones when I decided I had to do a controller collection. Just a little thing to know, I love collecting weird third-party controllers. So if anybody out there starts saying like, "Oh, why do you have this controller? Because it sucks," well, I like it because it sucks. I like the cheap ones. I really love the cheesy, crappy ones because they're all different. And back then they tried to make them as different looking from any other controller as they could, which I always find really interesting. They always kind of graze my curiosity, I guess you'd say. I always buy these at thrift shops when I find them, but so when I find a lot of them, I mostly got the lot because they came with the U-Draw Studio for the PS3, which I've been looking for anyway. And by the way, perfect condition. A lot of the controllers they got a lot weren't broken, but either that or they're wireless controllers that didn't have the adapter. So I decided that it'd be it still was a good deal. I ended up getting controllers for around 40 cents a piece. So I'm going to go over the ones I have first. I'm doing PS2, but I'm also doing original PlayStation. I like to have this out. I have this. I just keep it on a shelf so it's not hooked up or anything. So I might as well grab it for... Okay, I'm going to go over first the PlayStation ones I already own, and then I'm going to get into the new ones. This is one of my favorite weird, there's two types of favorites that I have. One is I have a favorite weird looking one, and I have a favorite one that I actually like to use. This is one of my favorite, at least that I already owned, one of my favorite weird looking ones. It's really cheap, it's not that good of a controller, and it's really light. There's no rumble in there or anything, but it looks really weird, and it's made by Toy 200, 200 Toy. Yeah, 200 Toy. It's really bad. Some of the buttons don't respond all the time. But I think it's kind of cool. It works. And I don't really play PS1 games that much. Not by choice. It's because I never really see that many good games for cheap. And if you know me, I like to do cheap. Most of my games I get for around $5. And next I have all the cords undone already. So try not to tangle them up. That's the best I'm gonna get. This is the gamepad color by, I think it's by Performance. Yeah, it's by Performance, and yeah, it's good enough. I like it. It's really cheap. The directional pad I really don't like because it's really shaky, and it doesn't have a lot of click to it. I like a little bit of click to it, and it's just kind of boring controller. It's not I like to have it for my collection, just not one of the controllers I love. It's not super interesting. Next, I have trying to do all the original PlayStation ones first. And I'm trying to kind of roll them back up as I go. Then I drop them onto the floor. I didn't have that many, so you might notice that there's not a lot of them that I already had. This is just a regular PS2 controller, and I have, well, not PS2. I'm sorry. Regular PlayStation controller, and I have two of them. Not that interesting, not too much to talk about. And next, I'm going to try to roll this up as fast as I can. Next, I think this is the last PlayStation controller, and then I gotta move into my PS2. I'll find one of them to drop somewhere. Don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. Making sure here, when I sew it, is wrapped around here. Sorry, not that organized. I'm a lot more organized than the last video. That's why it took so long. And this is just a regular PS2 controller. I'm just going to sew that. Nothing special about it. It's good, of course. I don't like to use it that much, though, weirdly. My only real PS2 controller I own. My last PS1 controller is this Barracuda 2. By the way, I have an interesting story about this. I don't know what it all does. It has an L and it has a little switch on the back. I'm not sure what it does. but it has a program button. This is my first controller that had a program button. Pretty much what the program button lets you do is when you can map one button to be another. Like you can map like circle to be square and stuff like that. And the first time I had it, I was testing on Soul Calibur, because this is a PS1 controller, but Soul Calibur lets you play those. It lets you play with the regular PS1 controller if you have one. But I wish they would list on the box on games which one supports it and which ones don't. But yeah, someone mapped the X or the back button to be up. So every time I pressed up, trying to get somewhere, it sent me back to home screen. It was really annoying. I didn't know what it did, so it took me a little. And there's not a lot of information about it online, so it's kind of hard to look it up. And next, I think this is my second to last PS2 controller that I already own until I get into the interesting one. This one is interesting on its own. I got it for $7 at my game store, and I mostly got it because it had a headphone jack. I thought that was really interesting. I haven't really tested it out yet. Like, I couldn't get it to work, but I think that was just a problem with me. But yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting, and it's a pretty good controller. The only thing is, it's kind of big in the hands. It's not bad, just not the most comfortable controller. All the buttons weren't good. Everything's really clicky. Like, it works a lot better than some of these controllers. Wrap that up. And this one I'm actually going to keep out because in a minute I got a second one of these recently out of that lot. This one I got at a thrift store for around $2 or $3, which I thought was an amazing price for. And it's not much to say about it. It's fairly good. It's fairly comfortable, at least for me. Only thing is the buttons, the little analog stick clicks, is kind of you have to go in a little bit more than I'd like. Like, look. This is before you hit the button. It clicks a little bit. But like, it's not a big deal, but it is something that I don't like about it. And when I originally got it, the metal pieces inside that you put the analog stick on was bent, so that was a little bit of trouble. Okay, next, trying to speed this up because I'm getting closer to the 20-minute mark. Trying to find that one controller that matches that one, but can't find it fast enough. Well, that sucks. I don't know where it is. I'll find it in a second. Making sure it didn't fall on the floor. But I'll go over the original PlayStation controllers while I'm kind of half looking for them. These are two PS2 controllers or PS1 controllers that didn't have the. It doesn't have the the thing to plug into it though. But I'm kind of hoping someday I'll find it because they look kind of neat. They're really light. They're not going to be that good. It's not that good of a controller, but I think it would be kind of neat to have if I can ever find the pieces for it. And next I have this controller, which is partly broken. Like nothing I can fix on my own just because I don't have the expertise yet. It is broken in there, so the pins are broken off, but it works, so I'm keeping it. And it's nothing special. It has turbo, auto fire, like it has stuff like that. You can select one button to automatically go, and I think that's kind of neat. So it has a slow button, and it feels kind of weird. Only thing is, it's kind of dirty, so eventually I gotta clean it. I'm gonna wait on it a little bit though, because I don't want to use PlayStation that much. I have like 4 PlayStation games. Okay, next is I actually have 2 of these. I already did one. I told you I had the gamepad, but that was gamepad color, and this is regular gamepad. It says, but the only thing is, this I guess they had a company change because this says it's from Interact, and this one says it's from Performance. But yeah, like I said, like they're weird controllers, but they're nothing that interesting. So yeah, like I'm keeping them, but it's not my favorite. It's not gonna ever be my favorite. They're not that good to use to me. Like they're decent, just not the best. But they're $1. So, but again, the regular PS1 controller is around $1 now. So not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And next, I gotta wrap this one up too. I think next is my last original PlayStation controller that I have. Put this back up here and try to unroll them all to be more organized and be faster, but it took too long. But next, I have this Mad Catz original PlayStation controller. I had 2 of these originally, but only one of them ended up working. But still, it was $10 for all of them, so I think I still did pretty good. Oh, this one's actually connected to the console, so I'm just going to let it be connected. And next, trying to find that one controller, but I think I'm just going to show you two later that it's the same. Okay, next is, I'm actually 3 controllers. I just left this one wrapped up because it's basically the same one. But I have these 2 unwrapped for a certain reason. This one is a GameStop controller. Again, I didn't go out hunting these down. They were just in the lot, so don't think I think too highly of these. They do feel decent, but this is a GameStop controller. This one's a Pelican controller, but they're exactly the same. That's why I kept the other one wrapped up, because it's a Pelican controller too. But it's kind of weird. They aren't exactly the same. It's not a bad thing. They're both good, like pretty good controllers, but kind of weird. Like, I'm guessing Pelican just one of those brands that you can slap any name on. I don't know. Wrap this one up too. Getting closer to that 20-minute mark. I'm trying not to go over it. Just I don't like having videos that long. Next is actually another set of 2 controllers. If I can get this cord out. Oh, I actually left some of these in the thing. That's why I couldn't find it. Well, I'm gonna try to get that first. I'll be right back. Be fast as I can. I have this little thing on my wall to keep all my controllers in regularly, but I forgot to grab all of them. This is the controller that's like the other one, the Intake branded one. I'll put these right here. It's exactly the same pretty much, but it has a few slight differences. I forgot to mention, this one has a sealed D-pad, but it's really weird D-pad, really strange. This one fixed that. Like, as I told you, I like this controller. It was my first weird third-party controller, so it has a special place in my heart, I guess. But this one is exactly the same as it, but it's black. And you might notice that wrong side. That the D-pad is an actual D-pad, so that's a big improvement over the last one. And I didn't have to fix it, at least I don't think. Making sure. Nope, I didn't have to fix it, so that was even better. It worked straight out of the box. The only thing is the cord feels like there's a slight dent in it, but that's not a big deal. I'll use it till it breaks. It was 40 cents a piece, so I'm not really worried about. Like, of course, I'd like to get another one eventually, but I'd actually like to get more of that one. I don't know. I really like that one. Special place in my heart because it's my first one. Next is another Pelican controller, but this one's kind of smaller. I would use this one, but that one is the small one. I'll use this regular PS3 controller as a example. I think it's slightly smaller, isn't it? I guess it's kind of the same size, but it's smaller than the other ones. I like it. It feels okay. All the buttons are nice and clicky. Like, it feels nice. It feels nice. Been trying to use a different controller every day, and I kind of want to test them out and see if I like them. Cause I have been playing a lot of PS2 lately because I've been playing. I actually don't know what the game is right now. It was on my desk. I've been playing WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. I love the WWE games that have stories that you can put your custom character into. I don't know, just a little place. Yeah, I like it. And next, if I can grab it without knocking some more off, is this one is another one made by Intech. It has a program, it's programmable and everything like the other one that I showed you. The only thing is it has that Intech D-pad that I don't like, but it reminds me of the Boomerang controller, the PS3 Boomerang controller. By the way, if anybody knows how to get a hold of one that looks like that, I want one that looks more like that than this one. But yeah, I've been playing with this one lately. It feels okay. All the buttons are nice and clicky, but it's too big for my hands. And the analog sticks, it is really concave. Like, I can fit my whole finger in the concaves. Like, it is clearly for someone with bigger hands than me. Okay, next is a set of 2 controllers. I'm saving my favorite ones for last. These ones, technically these aren't exactly the same, they're different colors. but they pretty much exactly the same. This is the Dual Force 2 Pro, and this is the Dual Force 2 Pro Microcon. Like, I kind of like how they're pretty much the same thing but tinier. Everything's miniaturized. The only thing is I gotta clean this one. Yeah, the macro button sticks in a little bit, but that's easy fix. It's clearly a little bit broken, but eventually I'll get around to fixing it. Because I haven't used it yet. I don't really care to use it, so haven't got around to it. And the micro one I like a lot more, weirdly, even though they're exactly the same. Okay, next, I'm not gonna unwrap this one because I don't really care. It's called the Viper 2. It's just a regular PS2 controller, nothing special. Not my favorite. Nothing's wrong with it, just nothing special about it, I guess. But yeah, clearly some work's been done on it because one of the rumbles is a lot stronger than the other one, and they're different sizes. You can see because it's see-through, and I don't know. I just don't care much about it. I remember I got it for cheap. That's the only reason I ever got it. And we're getting to the bottom of this stack. Next is this hip gear, which I've never heard the name for. This one I kind of like. I haven't used it yet, but all the buttons are really nice and clicky. Like really clicky. The triggers, the D-pad's decent. It's a sealed type one, but it's better than some. And it feels okay in the hand. It has these little grooves at the bottom for your fingers to go into. So yeah, I think that's good. Only thing is the cord feels kind of waxy. I don't like that feeling. And we're getting to the bottom of it. I'm gonna try to. Kind of wish I kept these cords untangled. I kind of wish I kept them wrapped around there. This one's just kind of boring. I don't really care about this one. It has grips on each side of it. It's kind of big and bulky. It has a program button. And only reason I really like it because it has a weird analog sticks. They kind of have a texture to them. In the D-pad, I've never seen it's a different sealed type. Let's see if you can see it. I guess different. I'm not sure how to explain it. Kind of hard to describe. Wrap this one back up. And I think I'm down to my top view. This is my top view, but this is just. I'm gonna show you in a minute. It's kind of like my other top one, but a lot cheaper made. It's made by Mad Cat. It has gummy start and select buttons. Everything feels okay. It doesn't feel bad. It feels a little bit cheap. And this side doesn't have rumbles. Just realizing that. But it doesn't look like any was put in there. There's no leftover solder. Like, I don't see anything wrong with it, but I just don't like it. It's kind of boring. Gotta use it eventually though. I've been trying to use all my controllers at least once. Now I'm down to I'm gonna do my least favorite out of the top 3 favorites first.
Guys,
It's
I haven't done a video a little bit, and
I'm gonna go a little bit over 20 minutes, but that's fine.
I just don't like to do it.
This is made by SHAREtec. This is my only SHAREtec controller. I'm gonna get to one of the boringest features first. It has this button in the back, which I think is kind of just cool. I've never seen it before. It has this button right here in the back that you can press it, and it works when you're aiming. When you press it, it makes this more less sensitive. I want to say less sensitive. Yeah, it makes it harder to move. Only thing is, these analog sticks feel really loose. Like, they go back to the center fine. It's just really easy to move them to me, and they kind of have a square hole form. I don't know, it's just kind of weird. But one of my favorite features about it, first of all, this is technically a PS3 controller, but it works on PS3 and PS2, and it works on PC, which is kind of neat. And let's get the coolest feature out of the way. It has this one button on the back, and you press it.
I don't have a huge collection of them, but I do like them.
See? And you might notice it. See, I can take it out. I can switch it around, which is really neat. And when you switch it around, depending on how you do it, these little faces will glow. And I think it's very well made. It feels good. Besides the analog stick, everything feels kind of nice to me. I think it's kind of cool that compatible with both like PlayStation 2, technically PS1, and PS3. I kind of think that's neat. And now I'm gonna get to my favorites of all. These are not these aren't my favorite for use. I haven't used one of them yet, but I did modify these because when I got them they were broken. But I'm not gonna let these die. First, I'm gonna do this one because it's my least favorite out of these two. It's my second favorite. This one, by the way, I had to replace the analog sticks. They weren't fine, but I didn't have another. See, different companies for analog sticks had a different cutout for a little metal piece in there. So I didn't have an exact one, but I had one that fit good enough. But it works fine. It does, and it feels pretty comfortable in the hands to me. It feels pretty comfortable. Only thing is, I have bigger hands. This is kind of made for a kid. It's a Spider-Man themed Saytech.
So
I think that's it. No, that's the other. That's the other one. And Naui, I can't really read it that one. Naki. Yeah, they also made. I looked this up. I could only find this one on the internet. I didn't look at eBay yet. I just looked at Google because I thought you would bring out the eBay section. Only found one in the box for $80, but this one was a little bit broken when I got it. This side, it has this little clear piece that goes over there for decoration. It did not want to stay on, so I ended up having to super glue it in because one of the tabs that holds it in broke. Well, because I kind of broke it because I was taking it apart to fix the analog sticks, and it happened. I kind of think it's cool. It has. Only thing is, they have one customized button, the spider for the X. I kind of wish they customize all of them if they're going to customize them. But it feels nice. It fits. It's kind of like a ball kind of design. It fits pretty well into my hands. At least for me. Like, it feels really comfortable. But I'm not playing this game unless I get a Spider-Man themed game to play it. So that's why I'm waiting on it, really. And next, not my last controller. I have one controller after this. But not that interesting. Just I kind of want to throw it in there because I did get it with the lot. This is my favorite PS2 controller. Not because it is pretty comfortable to use, but it's just weird. And I couldn't find this on the internet. I tried googling this to see. It's made by Mad Cat, so it's not just some weird knockoff. And by the way, it's open. The little thing is open because I had to open it and fix it. It had I think I still have one of the pieces on here that I took out of it.
Okay, next is,
I don't feel like looking around for it, but I had to replace the analog sticks. They were originally clear with red tops, which I wish I had some kind of extra for them, but I had to do with what I got. The red controller is almost exactly like it. A lot of the buttons are the same, so I had extra gray, one of these red ones, which I used the pieces for. So yeah. It's nothing special. I wish I could have kept it as original as I can, since I can't find another one like this on the internet. But I had to deal with what I could. And it's weird because it's Batman with a dragon. It has Kung Fu symbols right here. And sorry, dealing with the camera. And it has weird symbols on the side. It says it's made for Batman Begins, but when I looked this up, I couldn't find any others with this design. So if you know anything about this one, please comment down below because I would love to know about it. And by the way, if you want to see reviews of these controllers individually, please tell me because I would love to do it. I'm getting close to the end of this video, so yeah, it's kind of weird. It feels okay, and the buttons are at the top weirdly, which is really strange, and the mode button is at the bottom. And the last controller I have is a weird off-brand PS3 controller, which I hate these off-brand PS3 controllers because they make them look exactly like the real one. I don't care if that